hasn't stepped foot in America in 8 years, since she visited New York on a royal tour with husband Prince William in 2014. But it seems Kate Middleton has still made her mark there, with a recent poll in the US showing she's the most popular royal. Surprisingly, she was more than twice as popular as her American sister-in-law Meghan Markle, who left the UK to live in California with husband Prince Harry in 2020. And American fans were delighted to hear that the Cambridges will go stateside this year, as Williams' environmental initiative, the Earthshot Prize, will host its second ceremony there later. Royal experts also predict that the couple may do a tour of California, a decade after they last went there on their first royal overseas tour as a married couple in 2011, to mark their 40th birthdays this year. Since stepping into life as a royal, Kate has evolved into a style icon, with Brits voting her the second best-dressed woman in Europe behind Victoria Beckham in a poll in 2020. With her wardrobe staples ranging from Zara to Alexander McQueen, most of what she wears to events sells out in minutes. And US fashion watchers seem just as enamored with Kate's style, with tribute social media accounts such as fashion fan account at From Berkshire to Buckingham, which has 85.6k followers, run by American fans. And Caprice says, Americans love the British way, the class, the tradition, and part of that is how you dress. Kate's style is always really well put together, elegant, stylish and smart. She just looks like she's got it all figured out and there's never a hair out of place, and yet she comes across as down-to-earth and relatable. She's beautiful, but it's also how she carries herself and what she wears. She looked like a total queen in that gold dress she wore to the Bond premiere in September last year. But she looks just as good in jeans and a Barbour jacket. Whatever she wears on her tour to the US this year, the Americans are going to eat it up. I think she could even afford to take some risks with her fashion, wear something a little extra, and get away with it. Everything she wears turns to gold. Caprice, who has graced the red carpets of Hollywood and rubbed shoulders with the A-list, says, Princess Diana was worshipped in America and definitely contributed towards the obsession over there with the royals that there is today. She was the most famous woman in the world and on the cover of every magazine. People loved her vulnerability, beauty and warmth. Kate is heading in the same direction and could be just as worshipped as Diana. People seem to love her strength, resilience and elegance. I imagine, if Kate goes to America this year, she'll be a star in Hollywood. They'll go absolutely nuts for her. There will be invites to everything, premieres, red carpets, A-list events, you name it. I think part of Kate's appeal is that she doesn't have an ego and doesn't crave the spotlight. She knows she's got a job to do. The last few years have seen some of the most scandalous dramas in royal history, including Harry and Meghan's shocking departure from the UK in 2020 and their subsequent interview with Oprah Winfrey in March 2021. During the interview, the couple made claims of racism within the royal family and accused the firm of neglecting Meghan's mental health. And despite reports claiming that Meghan had brought Kate to tears in the days before Meghan's wedding in 2018, Meghan said in the interview, "The reverse happened. She made me cry." Despite this, and as well as Harry and Meghan's biography claiming that Kate had no interest in getting to know Meghan when she began dating Harry, Kate has kept silent throughout. And Caprice says, at the end of the day, there's nothing really controversial about Kate. She has a genuine nature about her, loyalty to the royals, her family and her country. Through all the drama with Meghan, she's not said a word. And I really think silence is power. Referring to media reports about Kate back in the 2000s, such as when her outspoken uncle, Gary Goldsmith, was arrested for assault in 2017, and her and William's brief split in 2007, Caprice adds, she's always been that way, she's never badmouthed anyone or answered back. She stayed silent throughout all the family controversies. I think everyone has a lot of respect for that. She just gets her head down and works hard. Another news, Boris Johnson is looking to hire Meghan Markle's former aide as his powerful new Supremo in number 10 to stop another Partygate crisis. Samantha Cohen is being lined up as the PM's gatekeeper to get a grip on Downing Street and head off potential disasters. Nicknamed Samantha the Panther, the 53-year-old Aussie was a long-time press guru for the Queen before being seconded to Kensington Palace in 2018. Tasked with showing the Duchess of Sussex the ropes, she took on the ultimately doomed job of trying to prepare Meghan for life in the firm. But her new role involves bringing discipline and focus to the court of Bojo following a string of blunders that have rocked his premiership. The PM has already overhauled parts of his top team by recruiting new Chief of Staff Steve Barclay and PR man Guido Harry. He also cleared out the whip's office and installed two old pals to quash the Tory mutiny in a mini reshuffle this week. If brought in as Mr. Johnson's gatekeeper, Ms. Cohen would control access to the PM to give the number 10 operation focus.